When Ryan McCollum was unable to practice early during Pittsburgh Steelers training camp, veteran guard Max Scharping was getting reps as the second-team center. All part of the job description for a player whose role is as a reserve interior offensive lineman. "Just showing that I can do it," Scharping said. "That I can still do it." Scharping's lone NFL regular season game experience at center, per Pro Football Focus data, came while playing for the Cincinnati Bengals during the 2023 regular season finale. But Scharping spent that preseason with the Bengals playing plenty at center. Drafted as a guard by the Houston Texans in the 2019 second round, Scharping was the team's primary starter at left guard for 2 seasons and at right guard in 2021. During 2 seasons in Cincinnati, his only starts were 3 playoff games in the Bengals' run to the 2022 AFC Championship game. Signed off the Washington Commanders practice squad last October 1st, Scharping was typically in uniform for Steelers games the remainder of the season but appeared in only 3, getting his lone snaps on offense at left guard. "You just have to be adaptable and be a plug-and-play guy if you can," Scharping said. Scharping will turn 29 before the Steelers break camp at St. Vincent. Among the 15 offensive linemen in Steelers camp, only starting left guard Isaac Seumalo and reserve tackle Calvin Anderson are older. Scharping has more NFL starts to his credit, 36, including playoffs, than every Steelers lineman other than Seumalo. As such, Scharping embraces a veteran role. "Anytime you're around guys who you think you can help out, you always try to," Scharping said. "They're my teammates first and foremost. So I'm just trying to make sure that they understand the scheme, understand footwork, hand placement, anything that I can think that I can help them with, I try to. They're a good group." Bye, brother. A year ago at this time, Nate Herbig was running with the first-team offense as the Steelers' starting center. On Tuesday, just a few weeks after his 27th birthday, Herbig was placed on the retired list of the Commanders. Nate's younger brother is Steelers outside linebacker Nick Herbig. "I want to give a shout-out to him. He's a GOAT," Nick Herbig said, referencing the acronym for Greatest of All Time. Nate Herbig spent the previous 2 seasons with the Steelers, appearing in all 17 games in 2023 while making 2 starts at right guard. The following season, Herbig was a veritable placeholder at starting center until last year's second-round pick, Zach Frazier, was ready to take over. That came more quickly than anticipated when Herbig suffered a shoulder injury during the final 2024 practice at St. Vincent. He was placed on season-ending injured reserve. Nate Herbig, who like his brother went to high school in Honolulu, played 3 seasons with the Philadelphia Eagles and 1 with the New York Jets. "I wouldn't be here without him for real," Nick Herbig said. "I'm super blessed to have somebody like that in my life that, paved the way for me and paved the way for so many kids back from Hawaii, so I'm super honored to be his brother." The Pittsburgh Steelers went back to no pads on Thursday as they continue to roll through training camp, and reports from Latrobe suggest that the offense had its best day. Let's dive into the most noteworthy stories from Day 7 of training camp. Aaron Rodgers, Steelers offense have best day of camp. Rodgers has what was widely regarded as his best day of camp thus far. He and DK Metcalf had their best day, connecting on a touchdown in 7 shots and on a long completion during team drills. Rodgers and DK Metcalf connect on a crosser 20 yards downfield. Good gain and play. Chris Carter of the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette noted that Rodgers was sharp on Thursday. "Aaron Rodgers been sharper today," Carter posted on X. "Consistent, rotating reads, hitting guys in stride." Faribault quoted the post, noting that Rodgers had his best overall day. "I concur on this," Faribault writes. "Sharpest day Rodgers has had so far." Other big plays on offense included Will Howard connecting with Rock Taylor for a long touchdown. Rodgers and the offense needed a big day after a clunky up-and-down first week. Those struggles were expected, but now it's time for the offense to stack good days. Roman Wilson makes catch of camp. Roman Wilson made a statement catch during one-on-ones. He jumped back to the ball downfield and made the catch over Joey Porter Jr. on a pass from Mason Rudolph. Should he continue to look impressive, perhaps he will hold on to that WR2 spot in the offense. Chirpy defensive backs force scuffles. One takeaway from today's practice I have is that the Steelers' defensive backs will force a lot of post-play penalties this season. Several fights broke out today between Steelers pass catchers and defensive backs. Juan Thornhill got into it with Jonas Smith, while Chuck Clark and DK Metcalf had a scuffle as well. DBs are starting a lot of scuffles today. Thornhill has been in a few, Chuck Clark now going after Metcalf. That's the nature of training camp, but if the Steelers' defensive backs can cause opponents to lose their cool like this during the season, that would be a big plus. It's like having James Carter from Rush Hour on your team. You love when he irritates others, but you'd hate to have to listen to him if you were the opponent. Pittsburgh Steelers offensive tackle Broderick Jones suffered a groin injury on Sunday, according to Mike DeFabua of The Athletic. Jones battled the issue on Saturday, practicing through it, but missed practice on Sunday and Tuesday. He was limited on Wednesday, working in individual drills, but not getting out there in team drills. Veteran Calvin Anderson took the first team's reps on Wednesday, while Dylan Cook has been given those reps in the past. So far in training camp, Jones has struggled, and the injury is of no help. On day one, Jones allowed 2 would-be sacks, including a play where Alex Highsmith dusted him to the inside. The Steelers are plus 170 to win over 9.5 games next season on FanDuel. Our complete FanDuel Sportsbook review shows you how to sign up and use their site. On Friday, Jones struggled again, getting beaten by a spin move from Nick Herbig and allowing 2 more sacks. Jones is no stranger to his high expectations and is aware of them. The pads are not on yet, either, but the first 2 days have been somewhat concerning. Tomlin knows it too. "I expect him to do what we drafted him to do," Tomlin said. He was a left tackle prospect and a highly regarded one when he came out. He was a young guy when he came out, so he's had some on-the-job training meanwhile. "I think it's a big year for him, and one that we can expect him to play varsity ball." Jones said Friday there is not much difference from right to left tackle and downplayed the significance of moving around throughout the early portions of his career. With that in mind, his technique needs to improve. "No, I don't think it's different," Jones said. "I've been in the starting lineup. It's still the same position to me. I'm trying to become a starter. They're looking at me to be left tackle, so I just gotta focus on that." If the Steelers can get a big jump out of Jones in his 3rd year, it could really change the trajectory of the offensive line.